Hey everybody, welcome back to the Let's Make Progress workbook. If you haven't got a copy of this book already, click the link below. There's the first 10 pages there are free, so you can dive in, and if you like it, you can go ahead and buy the whole thing. Okay, this lesson, you guys, is the idea that you have to put yourself first. At some point in your life, you have to think of yourself as being important. And the thing is that we were not taught to do this. We were not taught to do what's best for us. We were not taught to keep number one in mind. And I say the words, think about number one, because that saying resonates so strongly with me. Because when I was a kid, I would overhear adults' conversations. You guys probably have a similar memory, you know? When the adults are all getting around and talking and the kids are supposed to be off playing, we would sneak up there just so that we could listen because we were so curious what they were talking about. And what we don't realize is while we're listening to the adults when we're young, that's shaping our beliefs, okay? And when I was little, I would hear adults say in conversation with each other, yeah, well, that person, he did that or she did that because they're only thinking about number one. And yeah, they went on that big holiday and left their kids at home because they're only thinking about number one. He quit his job after that company has given him a paycheck for 10 years and they gave him all this stuff and he quit. Well, he's only thinking about number one. And yes, yes, they were thinking about number one. But in my family, to me, when I overheard that conversation, they were speaking about it in a negative tone. They would say things like, that person has absolutely no loyalty to anyone because they're only thinking about number one. And loyalty and putting yourself first, those things are not related. Okay, but I always heard that as a negative thing. I thought that I always needed to be putting other people first, which is this great idea and romantic concept of being very giving, right? Being giving and generous is a great quality to have, but you got to take care of yourself first. You got to have something to give before you can give, okay? And if you spend all of your time giving things that you don't have, energy that you don't have, money that you don't have, time that you don't have, you're constantly miserable. And over time, you become incredibly resentful. And that's what I did. I was so resentful because all I did was give or give in. I would never stand up for what I wanted. I was a total people pleaser. And so after being married for 9 years, it was like, you're the reason why I don't have any friends. And you're the reason why I don't have a business. And you're the reason why we're not going to retire, and you're the reason why we don't have any money, and you, because I never actually got involved on any decisions because I thought that I should just agree with whatever my wife wanted, right? Like, happy wife, happy life. You hear that your whole entire life too. But the thing is like, you have to be happy. You have to stand up for what you want. Because if you don't, that is 100% on you. Because guess how my wife responded when I said, you're the reason why A, B, C, D. You are the reason why. She was like, what on earth are you even talking about? Because this was not a conversation. These were not conversations that her and I had. She would say something like, you're really spending a lot of time trying to run your own business. We have newborn twins. Wouldn't it be a lot easier if you went out and got a regular, 8 to 5 job? That would be like tons of stress off my shoulders. I'd know exactly when you're coming home. You wouldn't have all this stress. And I just said, okay, yeah, I could do that. And I just did it. I never stood up for what I wanted. I never stood up for what I believed in. Okay? It's just, I think you guys understand what I'm saying. And so what I want you to do, however you ranked the last set of questions there, I need you to go back and you have to rank self as number one. because you're never going to show up great for your family. You're never going to show up great for your work. You're never going to have a great career. You're never going to have great relationships if you never consider yourself first. You have to stand up for what you want. And as far as your relationships go, as far as your career go, if the people you're in relationship are aligned with you and want you to be happy and love you, they will respect how you feel. And they'll respect what you need and what you want. All right? We'll see you guys on the next video.